What's up, guys? Crypto J here, and today I want to talk about how much Kaspa you need to achieve your goals in crypto. If you find this video helpful, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Now, before we get into specifics, let's quickly recap what Kaspa is, just so we're all on the same page here. All right, Kaspa is a proof-of-work cryptocurrency known for its fast transaction speeds and its Ghost DAG protocol. Okay, it aims to solve the scalability issues while maintaining high security in crypto. Okay, currently we can see Kaspa's trading at about a 17 cents price with a 4.2 billion market cap. Okay, now when it comes to portfolio diversification, it's crucial to spread your investments so you can minimize your risk while getting as much reward as possible. Okay, for most investors, I'd probably say that having too much of a single asset can be risky. Kaspa is a promising project. I've actually seen a lot of different people with crazy price predictions and crazy portfolio allocations when it comes to Kaspa. Now, I don't disagree with the idea that you should have a very high weight of Kaspa in your portfolio, but I've seen some people say, yeah, 100% Kaspa is all you need, 90% Kaspa. That's a bit excessive to me. Nothing's 100%, regardless of how safe Kaspa seems. It all could go to zero. And I think we should definitely be aware of things like that. I think it's a bit goofy for us not to acknowledge that even Kaspa comes with risk, regardless of how bullish we are on it. Okay, so I have this Miro board that I've set up. Okay, I want you guys to ask yourselves two questions initially. Okay, how much Kaspa do I need for my crypto portfolio, and what percentage of my portfolio should be in Kaspa? Okay, you have to ask yourself what your goals are. Are you looking for a guaranteed solid 5 to 10x return? I'd say if so, then a 50-50 split Kaspa Bitcoin is what you really need. I think Kaspa has a great potential to go beyond 10x, and I think Bitcoin's probably going to at least 3 to 5x. That's why I'd say going half-half is probably ideal. That being said, I'm not going for a 5 to 10x return personally. I'm actually going for a 20x, if I get lucky, maybe 50 to 100x return. Okay, if you're like me and you're going for a bit more than 5 to 10x, I'd say go 60% Kaspa, 20% Bitcoin, 20% meme coins. Okay, now like I said earlier, okay, risk management's key. Cryptocurrency is super volatile. Even the most promising projects like Kaspa can experience significant price fluctuations. We could just look at the 1 day chart and see how up and down it goes. Zoom out, it's kind of the same thing. Zoom out further, it's kind of the same thing. A year, it's kind of the same thing. And when you zoom out the entire year, you can really see the general uptrend, which is, in my opinion, the absolute most important thing. Okay, so we're going to go back to our Miro board here. Okay, and yeah, we can see down here, you already saw it on the chart that I just showed you guys. Kaspa's price is about 17 cents. The current market cap is about $4 billion. Okay, if you had $10,000 to invest right now into Kaspa, that would buy you about 58,800 Kaspa. Okay, if we take that $10,000 and if we're going for a 5x return, all right, we just want $50,000. I think it's kind of hard to imagine a world where that 58,000 Kaspa doesn't eventually grow and become worth about $50,000. I think it's hard to imagine a world where that $10,000 Kaspa doesn't go and evolve further to be worth about 100,000. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you're more so interested in thinking about, okay, in terms of the exact number of Kaspa, how much do you need? If you do need that and you're looking for ending this bull run in a smooth 6 figures profit or even $1 million in profit, then absolutely, you want to also take note of the number of Kaspa that you have. Okay, I think 58,000 is a pretty great target. Okay, I have 58,800, but really you can actually round down just to get a cleaner number. I wouldn't round up. I like 59,000, 58,000. That's a great goal. It'd be a bit under $10,000, guys. I think that's possible. I think that I actually have a bit over this much in Kaspa right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm doing that, right? And I also do want to look over here where I have my portfolio allocations 60% Kaspa, 20% Bitcoin. That Bitcoin at this point, honestly, you don't want to invest that into just BS, guys. You don't want to invest that into something that is a bit too uncertain. You have to find that balance between certainty and uncertainty. For me, that balance is Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin here, but you really could go Ethereum. You could go Solana. You could go into a lot of the more the crypto. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and we can just see. Not BNB in my opinion. Not XRP either. Maybe Cardano. Probably Chainlink. Chainlink, you know, they kind of have a bit of a cult fan base. I used to be one of the cult Chainlink people in the Chainlink community. You know, I guess 20% in Chainlink wouldn't hurt. Near's up and coming. It's a lot of coins that you could go for, but you just don't want to get too far down this list. After you start getting down the list, you get Floki and Bonk. Okay, now you're in meme coin territory again. We already talked about that. Ondo, it's a bit too new in my opinion. Jasmine, nope, let's not do that. Pith, nope. You want to stay top 20 and not drift too far outside of it. Actually would kind of slip Polygon in there. And you have to find, if you don't just want one other coin, maybe you could take some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, so on and so forth, and find a good mix. But you want those coins to add up to about 20%. And for your last 20, you want meme coins. Now, we're not going to invest all in one meme coin, okay? For our meme coins, what we need to do for this bull run, guys, we have to invest about 2 to 3% into the higher cap meme coins, like Hoppy, like Brett, and like Turbo, okay? I'd say the minimum market cap for these ones where you can afford 2 to 3%, maybe about 50 million at the very least, over 50 million. Okay, Brett's over $1 billion. Turbo is like halfway to $1 billion right now. Hoppy is I haven't checked the Hoppy chart in a few days. Out of curiosity, let me just check that. $39, we'll round up, call that 40 million. Hoppy is a coin where you may not want to put over 2% in there. All right, I'd actually advise that you stick around 1% of your portfolio into Hoppy if you want to invest in Hoppy. For Brett, for Turbo, for Bonk, for Pepe, you can be a little bit more riskier and put about 2 to 3%, but you have to find that balance, guys. If 50 million is too high for you when it comes to which meme coins you can afford putting 2 to 3% of your portfolio in, then don't put that much in there, right? You know, you have to adjust that number. For me, it's about 50 million. That's the border between 1% of my portfolio into that coin, or 2 to 3%. If it's 40 for you, then you have to make that adjustment. If it's 60, make that adjustment. If it's 500 million, make that adjustment. Okay. Now, to sum everything up, Kaspa, like I've already said a few times, it is a valuable part of your crypto portfolio. Whether if you're looking for stability with a 50-50 Kaspa Bitcoin split, or if you're willing to take a bit more risk with this 60-20-20 allocation that I'm giving you. Okay. What do you guys think of this? I personally think that this is a pretty good template to follow. Okay, you want to keep in mind, if you're investing 10,000, how much Kaspa will you get back at that time? If you're investing 1,000, how much Kaspa you'll get back at that time? And then at that point, what happens if Kaspa grows more and becomes worth $1, okay, or becomes worth $2, okay? If you take that $10,000 and you buy this much Kaspa, now it's worth $1. That means you have $58,000 in US dollars. It's worth $2 now. Now you have 116,000 US dollars worth of Kaspa. Okay, you have to keep track of all of this. You have to be aware of all of this, and you have to always ask yourself what your goals are before you're actually going further and trying to pursue those goals. You always have to lay the groundwork if you want to be successful. It's cryptocurrency, guys. That's just the nature of the game. It's how the beast works, and it's not much else to say about it besides that. All right, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back again later on this week with some more news of some cryptocurrency. If you guys have anything that you're interested in me talking about, as always, go ahead and leave a like down below, leave a comment down below and communicate with me. I always try to get back to you guys and reply back to comments. I really do enjoy interacting with everyone who views these videos. All right. And as always, this has been Crypto J, and I'm out. Peace.